What up, doe? What up, doe? What up, doe? What up, doe? We all up in this bitch, you feel me? I'm already lit from last night. Why am I lit from last night? Why? Let me tell you why. Because it was the Audio Wave Network's event, and we killed that shit. And I just want to give a big shout out to JG and everybody that's a part of the Audio Wave Network for all y'all love and support and allowing Cocktails with Cocktails to flourish, and say thank you for the opportunity. And I also want to thank the listeners for y'all votes, because I took home and Cocktails took home two extremely important awards. Number one was we took home audience participation, and that means this the listeners and how y'all participate in the polls and how y'all listen to the show. And I appreciate all that shit. And B. Smith also took home podcaster of the year.
Hey.
And I really appreciate you all. It was something that I was working towards all my life, and just to get there just means I have to strive harder to get Cocktails to the next level next year, everyone. So now we're going to get into the show. We have a great show here. I got three fucking fantastic, beautiful guests in this bitch, and we about to get a little wild. This might be the most wild we've ever gotten. So I'm just going to do the introduction. Y'all know who it is. It's B. Smith. My social media is Name Brand Smith, and Cocktails Instagram is Cocktails with Cocktails, and our Twitter is CWC the podcast. And I'm gonna let the ladies go first, and we're gonna start with the queen with the two buns that you can hold on to doggy style. And let her hit this shit up.
What is up, everybody? My name is Melee Marvel. I model and write and such.
Okay.
Nice. All right. My name is Adrienne. I am the founder and founder and co-director of Afro Future Youth, co-founder of Afro Future Fest. White people need to pay more for just breathing.
Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
What else? I'm a curator, and yeah, I'm just here, and a healer. Oh, I'm sorry, that's really important. I'm a healer. I do energetic healing. I'm a Reiki practitioner.
Yes.
So
Now you got me curious if prostitutes charge white men more. They probably do.
I hope so, but I'm not a sex worker, so I won't even speak on what they feel like is best for them. But
Okay.
you
I
know,
feel that. All right, we're gonna slide it to my man to my right.
Oh shit, yeah. My name's Seal. Thanks my man B Smith for inviting me out. Twitter, Flight of Mars. I'm a writer, traveler. That's about it. Everybody else got cool things that they do. But
you do cool things.
I just be chilling.
Writer and traveler and
Didn't
you
comic
go to,
book
like, Japan for
extraordinaire
one
and
day, nigga?
shit.
Chilling,
Like,
man.
what do y'all mean?
I guess connoisseur of all nerd things. Shit, you feel
Yeah,
me?
keep going.
No, didn't you go somewhere for one day, like far as fuck?
I mean, a couple places.
Yeah, nigga, don't act like you don't do shit.
Right.
Nigga. Like, the fuck? I don't know nobody went all the way to Japan.
If
for
you
one
want to know
fucking day.
anything anime, anything comic book, anything blurred shit, this nigga is your go-to. He knows what he's talking about. Video game shit too.
I'm alright. You know, I'm alright.
What?
You gonna love this, bro. We getting a new dog, and we're gonna name the dog Boma.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. What kind of dog is it?
Beagle.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, I thought it was a lit name. But anywho, we gonna get into the show. We gonna talk about sex. Now, y'all listen to the show. Y'all know we always come with an introduction question. So that question is gonna be, when was the last time your mouth or face was fucked?
Last night?
Okay. Adrian?
All right, so I can't remember the last time my mouth or face was actually fucked. I mean, the last time there was dick in my mouth was a week ago, but
About a week ago.
I mean,
Okay.
that's all I got.
Seal? I'm assuming it wasn't a dick in your mouth.
Yeah, nah, it was ass on my face. I'd say probably about a week ago too.
Dang.
Just about
Okay, there we go. I'm honestly gonna say I don't remember.
Stop.
It's all a blur. It happens every day.
Might have been Canada.
Or the ass or penis.
I'm gonna go with the beginning of December, so earlier this month. So, do y'all like that shit? Do y'all like getting face fucked, like a nigga treating y'all mouth like it's a vagina and just ramming his dick in and out?
It's kind of like, I don't want to say like a special occasion thing, but
But
just
yeah.
sparingly.
It
So it's
doesn't.
like anal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, fun fact, I have not done yet.
Same. But like, it doesn't, like she was saying, it's not something that's like presented itself to me like multiple times. It's happened a couple times, and it's been all right.
So does
you know,
a dude just start fucking your mouth, or do he say, "Hey, you mind if I go a little harder and faster inside your mouth?" Like, is it a conversation?
Somehow
It
just
builds
happens
up like that.
Yeah, next thing you know, the
Or
dick
do
is
you
getting
just say,
rammed down
"Fuck
my
my face"?
throat.
Like, how does that work?
It's always just naturally
That's
happen.
extreme
I
as
look
Have y'all
up.
cried from it yet?
That's the goal. It seems like from the fucker, it's like the goal is to make a run and to like.
Has that happened to y'all yet?
aesthetic.
If the person fuck with it.
Yeah.
Like, so do y'all let them like bust all over your face after the mouth fuck? Like, how does that go?
Okay, so nobody's bust over my face after a mouth fuck, but I do like niggas busting on my face, but it just hasn't happened like after a mouth fuck.
I kind of like. I don't know. I can't recall. I mean, I would have to say yes, just because of the amount of dick that's been sucked, and the ratio of nut to face. Like,
Right.
statistically, it should have happened like that.
So y'all like nut on y'all faces.
I have a cum fetish, and so this is the thing. So, yeah.
What is this cum fetish?
I like cum. I like cum on me and in me. I'm not asking for it, baby, but
Right.
it's
But it's
like,
not
Say disclaimer.
dude, like, yeah, cream
In your
pies.
vagina, or
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like cream pies and that kind of shit.
Cream pies are,
do
are
you
the,
lick
are the
it
latest.
out afterwards?
No, I haven't attempted to do that
No,
yet.
did the nigga lick his
Oh
cum out?
no, he recorded it coming out because I waned to see.
Oh, I actually had
But, yeah.
a friend tell me that the dude asked if he could lick the cum out of her. That was the creepiest shit I've ever heard. In my
I don't
life.
think that's creepy. I think that's kind of
I'm not
cool.
licking my cum out of your vagina, like slurping.
You're
it out.
gonna kiss me after cum's been in my mouth anyway. So
Yeah, but it's like slurping the cum out. It's a difference from kissing you.
okay.
Having the whole texture
Yeah,
of it.
that's
Okay.
is
Okay.
wild.
All right. I can see that.
That's wild as fuck. Like,
Some
I'm
people be
smooth. Would you do
wild like
Sid?
that.
Nah, it's really not my steez. I don't think it's creepy just for the fact that women do it in reverse.
That's what I was
and
about to
stuff,
say.
you feel me?
Yeah.
It's a
just
double
not-
standard.
It's just not something like exactly. It's one of the dumbest standards that I'm cool with upholding.
That I'm cool with upholding.
You know?
That's
Be
wild.
like that.
So,
It is, you feel
so
me?
can
Keep it real.
anyone fuck your mouth? Like you said, it's a special occasion, right, man?
Right.
So, Adrian, can anybody fuck your mouth? Like, if anybody that you're fucking and you're sucking, like, can they fuck your mouth, or is it like for a special dude?
No, like if somehow it doesn't matter to me. Like if I was already gonna suck your dick anyway, I mean,
might as
the dick
well
was
make you
gonna
cry and fuck
be
your mouth, right?
in my mouth. Yeah,
Okay.
like it's fine.
That's a good way to like go about it.
Here.
Now, Sid, can anybody
We're
ride your
already
face?
here.
I got a very, I don't want to say a preference when it comes to that, but mostly I just, I guess I would like more ass if it does happen and stuff. You feel me?
I don't mind getting my face rubbed.
You know?
Actually, I love it. You know.
Yeah, but it's just it's I would want ass more.
You
It
want
had to
the
be more
cushion.
ass and stuff. You feel me?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you like to smack it. You like to do all the postures, mosters and shit like that. You feel me? And then you know, you want to have that feeling of life and death. Shit, you feel me? You don't know.
Nice.
But if
Might I
I'm
die?
dying, like let
my
you
neck
know,
break,
lift
you
up.
know?
Yeah, I like that though. Like that shit sound. I low key want to like get my face rolled, get my ass ate, and get my dick sucked at the same time.
Trifecta.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's a trifecta. Like,
Like
So I'm
a
learning
lot,
something
man.
new right now. You
That's
said
just
your
a lot.
face rolled. What is that?
oh, did I? That
It's
was
new to
producer.
me.
I
What's
said face rolled, like rolled.
Like riding, like road and past
Like,
tense.
yeah.
Oh, face rolled. I thought you said like rolled,
Like
like
a roll, like
ROLL.
Oh, see,
Oh.
your freaky ass trying to come up with some
Right,
new
right.
shit.
A face roll.
Damn, I'm
Yeah,
inexperienced.
no,
Yeah.
That sounds like it
shit.
requires
Teach
multiple
me.
women.
Yeah, that's some extra freaky shit. I ain't on that
Fucking
shit.
face roll.
So, like, let me ask y'all this: like, what's y'all like take on threesomes?
I haven't had one yet.
Oh, we can fix that.
I've had a few, and yeah,
With two guys.
not yet. Want to plan on that next because it sounds like it'd be really fun to have the perfect like double energy. Because I like sucking dick, I like getting hit from the back, but you know, niggas are dumb, and so you can't just get any two together for the threesome. You know, like that takes. I think that takes more planning than finding an extra woman. Honestly,
Yeah.
Real.
yeah.
So, Adrian, you haven't had any threesomes at all?
Okay, so part of it is because of like some spiritual shit, which I'll like break down in a second. So
I already
basically,
got you, girl.
the one time that I might have come close to it was when there were two girls that I was attracted to living in the city who have moved now. Shout out to Sade and Veronica for being a just amazing ass couple. I was like plotting on Sade and Veronica.
Sade and
And
Veronica.
I was,
Veronica sounds
and yeah, I had got so I practiced Ifa, which is the honoring of ancestors and Orishas, and like literally 2 seconds after I was plotting on them and seeing if I could be down with whatever the fuck their relationship was, I had a reading and it was just like, yeah, you can't do anything polyamorous or anything like extra if somebody's already involved with someone else. It's just not going to be good for you. Specifically, it doesn't mean that other people who practice this can't do that shit. It's just like on my specific path. And like 2 friends that I have now, they're interested in me, and I'm kind of just like, damn, but y'all are like together, and I don't really think I can
invade in that. Yeah.
I can't. So yeah,
Wow,
I can't really. Yeah, and if me and my partner were together, then it wouldn't be able to be like a third person involved. But
So your threesome gotta be.
yeah, it's got to be like the most random ass shit with just people who
Like
are
all
not
platonic
trying
people?
to be together.
I mean,
Yeah.
me and everyone else in the room besides you, Melee, and Seal could just leave for 20 minutes.
I mean,
Hey, I'm just trying. Look, I'm trying to make.
y'all both
I just
fine.
throw alley-oops. Okay? I'm just trying to throw the alley-oops.
you know,
Thank
I'm
you.
just like,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah, you know, alley-oops are meant to be thrown. They're meant to be caught. That's all. So, what's your take on one, Seal? You have a couple? What's up?
I had a couple in my day.
Most modest nigga I've ever met.
I mean,
In my day.
it has happened and stuff.
Okay.
It was something that you excited when you like younger. You hear about it or you see it. Especially we like grew up in the immediate internet age, the first porn age and stuff. So you see it, you like, all right, I gotta have it. I gotta at least try it like once. And then I tried it, and it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice. Yeah, same.
So you'll do it again, just like in the studio today.
I don't know about in the studio and stuff. I don't know if that's sanitary.
The
I
white
don't know what's
leather.
happening here. I don't know. Y'all always serving here. But,
Okay.
more or less though, yeah.
Now, what's y'all take on period sex?
It's
Okay.
a must if I'm in a relationship with you.
Okay.
It's absolute must for sure.
Can we talk about that for real? Because like, here you go. I'm so here for it. And niggas, I always end up with niggas who are like weird or just like scary about that shit. And I'm just kind of like,
I end up with women scary about that shit.
you know,
That's even weirder and stuff.
That
You
is
feel me?
weird.
Yeah. Like,
I'm like,
yeah, have an abortion on my dick. Let's get this.
I don't know about that. I don't know. That's how you look at it.
Yeah,
But
so
I had kind of like a one-nighter with a guy on my period, and that was the weirdest thing for me because I wasn't prepared for him to be that prepared for it. You know what I'm saying?
he was like,
where he had like wipes and shit.
No, no, he was just fucking nasty. I'm like, I've always wanted
he had
to
blood
fuck
all
him.
over his face.
He was with the shit.
I'm like, look,
yes.
he was like,
Actually.
look, I want to fuck. I'm like, I do too. However, I'm on my period. He's like, I don't care. And I'm like, all right, but still. And he was like, I still want to eat you out. You got on a tampon? I do. So we did that.
Right?
Every
But I
real
wasn't
nigga
prepared
has
for that.
licked a clit
Because
with
I'm
the
just
tampon.
kind of
in it.
like,
When it's the first time, though, you usually be like,
yeah, I gotta make sure you wiping shit. I don't know shit about you. So I got a story for you.
yeah.
all right.
I recently partook in a very drunk threesome. I would say this is probably like top 5 drunkest I've ever been in my life.
Let's get this on over.
So yeah, so on the show I don't name names, I give nicknames. So I don't know what the nickname is.
Grindelwald.
We gonna call her Hermione since you said Grindelwald.
Can you pass me some cranberry? I thought I should follow somewhere. Oh,
No,
she
you
got
gotta
it.
drink it straight.
What?
Damn.
yeah.
There you go.
I don't even do this say stuff.
Yeah, no,
like
you
that.
about to.
This whole juice.
That's
smooth
why
as hell.
I tried to set up the threesome because you drinking that Douce. So to kind of go over this story, I was having this very drunk threesome,
I'm sweet.
and Sailor Moon had asked me to go into the closet, and Sailor Moon asked me to go in the closet, and I was so drunk and confused.
I already
and
know who is who's already, but it's fine.
Yeah. So wait, what happened?
Continue,
I already know who Sailor
She
Moon
knows
is,
the
but
code
it's
name.
fine.
names.
We don't say names. We
I
just
know,
use-
I know, I
oh.
remember it. I was just like,
Yeah.
She said she know now.
Oh yeah. So so Sailor Moon, had told me to go in the closet. Like I had this big ass room in the Airbnb that we had. It was just like this room was as big as like a fucking house. So the closet was like a walk-in closet and it went into the bathroom. So she closes the door and I'm sitting there like jacking my dick, like yelling through the closet, I'ma be ready when y'all want me. So Sailor Moon opens the closet door and she's like, I need you to relax. Because I was drunk. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, where is Hermione going? So I looked and I thought somebody got shot. The reason I thought somebody got shot because there was so much blood on the bed. And I'm like, where the fuck this come from? So then Sailor Moon's just wiping my face. And I'm like, why are you wiping my face? And so she's just like wiping it. Yeah. And so she's
This went somewhere else. I did not know it was about to go there.
So she's like, I need you to relax. I need you to know that Hermione started her period in the middle of our threesome. Oh. And I didn't want to tell you because you're drunk and I didn't know how you would react. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, but why was you wiping my face? So she was like,
big dummy.
It was blood on your face. So I was so drunk. Somebody ended up blowing horns or some wild shit that night. We're not going to go there.
Sure.
We still love you, travel girl, but somebody was blowing horns in the middle of the night. And so, it was a wild. I do group trips, and it was a wild, fun time. Anywho, and I was walking around the house, and I still had blood on my face. And I was drunk, and so I was walking, like I walked in the ceiling room, and I was looking for somebody. I'm like, where's...
Hold on, you had blood on your face then?
Yeah, no.
So you ain't go to the mirror at all in between?
No, it wasn't until the next morning I seen like a little blood crust.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and I was like, so that's my bloody threesome vampire story. Look, I don't know if it was wet. I was wondering why it was so wet. I'm like, this is a water park in this bitch.
No.
But, you know.
Wow.
It all makes sense now, but
what's the bell for again?
When somebody say anything, I just hit the bell sometimes, you know.
Okay, got you.
Class is in session. I'm teaching people how to eat pussy on a threesome when somebody bleeding.
Right,
you know.
right.
But at the end of the day, at the end, I'm happy I was drunk. I don't know how it would be if I'm like.
You tasted
I look down at my tongue and it's like red. I'm like, what the fuck? You know.
Boy, eating nickels.
So
smells like pennies.
I don't think it stunk. I don't know. But Larry, let's move on.
Now you want to move on.
Oh wait, B. Smith, I have to give
Dracula?
you something because you said you hit the OnlyFans. I did have a present for you.
Wow.
I have a little something.
You about to fuck me?
I can sign. You wish, but I have a little.
I don't know. You say you
prints from my first dirty show.
Ooh.
I can sign them. I have
wow, we got some prints in this
like
bitch.
Cassavas. A little bit,
Okay.
And I'm wearing this mouth gag that's like metal, and it like keeps it open.
Metal?
Like, yeah.
Can I get invited to the next dirty show?
And that one's just a nice, pretty close up, high contrast nipple. My nails. Okay. It's artistic.
But no booty. Look, we're gonna talk about this.
Got.
You know,
look, we're gonna talk about this.
You feel me?
So
I'm grateful. I'll take them back.
Melee has an OnlyFans. Can you shout out what your OnlyFans is?
OnlyFans.com/Melee. Mad simple.
How you spell Melee? Melee.
MELEI.
All right.
Like fighting melee, but
With the
I without an E.
For sure.
Damn, you got nipples.
I got nips.
See, your titties don't look like the other titties we saw on the show.
Y'all still talking about them titties.
Look, that's late.
They were that bad?
Hey, look, wait. I'm
be.
just saying they were some other titties. That's all. It's not
All
wrong with
titties matter.
Yeah, all titties matter. Definitely when they listen to the show.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, but if she's saying those titties ain't matter,
look,
coming from her.
Look,
Shit.
all right, we're gonna move forward.
Okay.
So,
It just don't matter to everybody.
yeah, somebody like them motherfuckers.
Okay, that's real.
Somebody
Everybody
like,
fucks.
Somebody
Always
like them
remember that.
acorns. So, all right.
See.
Now, Melee, you do this on OnlyFans, but I'm kind of curious. Like, how does it work?
Okay, so, like, I already do my alt modeling. I do stuff for Suicide Girls. But, like, I wanted to have this OnlyFans page to, like, have my own creative outlet. Because, like, with Suicide Girls, it's formulaic. They expect you to have, like, these bullet points of what their set should be. But I'm like, I like doing weird shit. I like doing different shit. I like playing around, So, like, that's what that's about. I'm probably one of, like, the 10%ers who don't masturbate on their OnlyFans or, like, do, like, sex stuff. But I don't know.
It's still paying.
It's still, still pays. And I have high-quality shit, so.
And from what I'm guessing, OnlyFans cut out the middleman, basically. I'm like, so.
In a way, because I still have to pay out like 20%.
Oh, yeah, about to say, but, okay,
it pretty
enough.
much does, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
And then again, like you said, you can have whatever kind of content you want on there.
Like this morning before I came here, I did a custom video for somebody. Like,
What was the custom?
So they were really specific about it. They wanted a 6-minute video, so $10 for each minute, hot 60.
Oh, that's early.
What was you doing for these 6 minutes?
Early.
Literally, he had like a little oil and lipstick fetish, so he seriously asked for 2 minutes of like me putting on lipstick and lip gloss, and then like playing with my titties, and like he even framed out the shot. Like he didn't even want like ass and vagina. He just wanted up, and then I drizzle oil on me for 2 more minutes, and then specifically heavy whipping cream for 2 extra minutes.
I was going to ask to see the video, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm just not interested per se.
That's
But
some
it looks
cheese for
pretty.
that, though.
And
That's some
lipstick.
cheese just for that, though.
But it looks pretty.
Man,
too.
if I had to do
believe
some
it.
dumbass shit, like
That's what
I
I'm
can see
saying.
it.
Like,
I can
you
see
know
the
what?
vision
No,
in my head.
I'm
I'm
not,
about to
gonna,
show.
I'm not gonna knock his fetish.
The
No,
way it
I ain't gonna
pours,
like it.
the
I'm
way
just-
it pours on the body, and especially on my nice darker
She's
skin.
here. This is the
You
way.
can go ahead and and I've got
All
some
right,
nice
we
booties
gon-
popping.
You got your butt out?
Yeah, I got some butt
This
in these.
shit-
Oh, look
Alright.
at that one with the trip down the crack.
All right, so this is my issue. I follow Melee's OnlyFans, and I like titties. Don't get me wrong, but I'm an ass man, and I
Right.
feel like your
Same,
lack
same.
of ass and booty hole on your OnlyFans can use some work in January. So I have a personal request.
For sure.
If Cocktales with Cocktails can sponsor,
You want to see some ass, you want to see some cash.
if
That's what it
Cocktails
is,
with
you feel me?
Cocktails can
Satisfied
sponsor
here.
a
what it
booty
boils
hole.
down
I'm
to.
satisfied right
Nude.
now.
All right, I will admit, Adrian is over here. Her legs is a little wider.
You
She
know.
moving a little
She got
weird.
that. She got that.
I think this threesome might happen after this episode. Seal is sitting back, relaxed. He's trying to show calm.
I'm trying to get some booty in there.
You are a bad bitch, and I appreciate all of this.
Okay.
This is quality
Thank you.
content.
Wait,
and I
hey, no,
love
you
it.
keep passing it. You keep
Oh, I'm
passing back
sorry.
to her.
Y'all take this.
Yeah, so she got, okay, look, we looking
I'm
at some booty.
working on it.
Yeah, she's
You can
working
scroll
on
to the
it.
left
She's
or
gonna
right,
keep the ass
left
going.
or
So-
right.
So what made you get into OnlyFans? Like, what made Melee say, you know what, I want to post my titties every day on a site and charge $15.99 a head per month?
So fun fact, that price is about to drop starting in January, going down to $8.
Nice.
I know. We doing a dramatic drop because I don't masturbate, and there's a lot of bitches doing more for less. And you know what? I'm like, let me just go ahead and price myself with the market. Fuck it.
That's real.
I'm just like, I was already showing my titties and stuff. I was already
On what?
doing like Suicide Girls, and that's the thing. You have to be a member on SuicideGirls.com, and like that's
SuicideGirls.com.
$50 a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right. That's a year.
A year, not
Okay,
terrible.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I'm like, I want to be able to have more freedom with my content and be able to push out more stuff without people having to pay like a fuck ton.
Oh, this is whipping cream, not like whipped cream.
No, whipping. Yeah, very
This
specific.
nigga got some.
Hold on. Yeah. Whipping cream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, peep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So not
Oh,
whipped
you got an
cream.
ass cheek.
there's some cheeks.
An ass cheek.
Ass.
Wow.
So what
this
is it between whipping cream and whipped cream?
Cause like whipped cream, it's like with the aerosol can, it comes out in that pretty little form,
Yeah.
But whipping cream is like if you gonna make desserts.
You can use it
So
to
it's
cook
like
with.
a thick ass milk. It's damn near like
Yeah.
pet milk.
Okay, fair enough.
I felt like a
Damn.
dessert.
This is
You
also
are.
turned into, like, a cooking show,
Fucking
too.
Cinnabon.
So, like, you be delivering yourself as an edible arrangement? Is that
I
what I'm
probably
getting
should
from
start
this?
doing that.
Can I ask what your sign is?
Aries.
Yes, Farsa.
What does that mean, Adrian?
Well, shit. Well, in a sexual way. Well, what's your Venus also? Do you know your Venus?
Wait a minute. No, I do not. I know that there's
just asking
Capricorn
questions
in
so I can keep
there,
going through these
and there's some
moves.
Virgo in there.
You know your Mars?
That's between no.
Okay. It would be, I think, easier for me to like say something if I knew the Mars and Venus,
whole
because
chart.
Mars is like how we like act on the things that we're passionate about and take action. And then our Venus is like, okay, how we show up in our relationships with people, etc. But just generally speaking, a sun sign with Aries, I would imagine that would be a pretty passionate, aggressive lover, depending also
What the
on
streets
the
say.
Mars and the Venus, though. You know.
Say word on
So,
road.
you know.
After seeing these pictures, I could see why a nigga would pay. I could see why somebody would be interested in this. And I am curious of what you can do with heavy whipping cream. We brought whipped cream to Canada, but we should bring heavy whipping cream next time.
After doing this, I really kind of want to get a white girl to model with and have her put on chocolate syrup, and then I have on the heavy whipping cream, and like we have this nice little contrast.
Let me see. I don't want to see no dicks all in your face and shit.
Surprisingly, ain't no dicks in there. So. I mean, you gonna give it back though? Come on.
I know. So as far as the OnlyFans, like, what can we expect like next? Are you ever gonna be like fucking on that bitch?
You know, not too sure about that.
For me to renew for $15 a month.
It ain't gonna be $15.
I'm just saying, if you mark it up to 15, you should include a dick in your mouth.
Exactly, which is why I'm dropping my price. Cause I'm not including dicks in my mouth.
No, that's smart. You feel me?
Yeah, look, I had to literally evaluate.
So we can't get a dick in the mouth on the OnlyFans. What about if somebody asks for that for a custom video?
You know, I did have that as a request, but I have to really trust you.
So this is what I've noticed. I've been doing like my OnlyFans research. I would never like personally like just pay for porn. I can literally write this off though, so it's fun. So I'm looking at all these OnlyFans, and it was like some chicks that they was actually doing customs. So this girl was like, I'm doing a custom, and she'll send a message. Like, they send messages like, some of them do like every day. That's just annoying. So this one girl sends, I can do a custom C/something. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And so she sent me a poop sign. I'm like, oh, like you gonna shit and you gonna send me the video you shit? She was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, no. But that's weird. Niggas be paying for that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
everybody.
A dude paid for a combination of a pee and shit video. He paid. I think he paid like upward of like $200 for it.
We had somebody that came on and a guy paid her. I don't believe the amount, I will admit, but the guy paid her $700 to piss and shit on him, and he gave her the diet to eat that day.
I can believe that.
I can
though.
believe
it.
I
I believe it.
Bro, niggas be interested in some sick shit.
Yeah.
You can't just pay for that, out of Kroger,
Right.
You gotta.
I mean, would you?
That's
How much would
real.
somebody have to pay you to pee and shit on them?
I mean, that sounds like easy money.
That's very easy money.
So
Shit.
I don't even know what I would charge because that's not much work for me.
So you're just like, you got to shit
That's what I'm
anyway,
saying.
right?
That's like the easiest money you ever make. You about to do that shit.
I do the
anyway.
things I
every
do
day.
normally
Yeah, you
every
feel
day.
me?
on you.
But
I
not
don't think
on
I
you.
could feel comfortable just shitting on somebody. That's
I'm about
weird.
to say shit might be a little extreme.
Why do every
I have to
episode
give
turn
myself
into
mental-
shit?
Because shit is the everyday part of life, baby.
All right.
That's fair.
Damn. I keep trying to stop it, but I
do it
keep
at least twice a
bringing
day.
it up.
Because that's the pinnacle of nasty shit. That's when people stop. It's like, nah, I'm straight on that, bro.
Okay.
But like, have you ever? I mean, you are a dom or have done like dominatrixing type things.
You want to know something? I'm a sub as fuck.
I didn't know that
I
you was a dom or
am.
a sub. Wait.
You know,
Give
I'm
me dom
definitely a
vibes.
sub. If you absolutely are into that shit, I'm sure I could pull it off and switch it up for a second. But my preference though, sub.
So are you?
Yeah.
So, but you can switch it up.
Yeah, I think, I haven't really been, I've usually been in sub positions. I haven't really been in a situation where I've had to completely dominate somebody, but like I can be aggressive. Like I can take charge if I need to,
Yeah.
but
I like
you
I like when a
know.
girl switch it up every blue moon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be pissed if a chick was a dom. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
be afraid to let a woman like be a dom. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if that's
I
like your nature.
I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah,
You feel me? I feel
like
that.
kind of
I feel
turn me
that.
on. Like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever you want. So, but are y'all? You said you're a sub. Are you a sub, Mela?
I'm more of a dom.
So you're more of a dom. Okay. Now, are y'all both unicorns?
I'm definitely a unicorn.
What the fuck is a unicorn? I've heard this.
I'm
term
just gonna if we're
The
talking
third
about
party for hire type shit.
I'm not even gonna hold you. Whatever context you were talking about unicorn in, I don't know what you meant, but I just like calling myself a
Probably
unicorn.
all of them.
A unicorn is like a woman that will date a couple and be the couple's bitch.
Oh,
Like,
I
not
thought
bitch,
the
but
unicorn
like a
was
bitch.
more.
Oh,
just
well,
straight
I
sexual,
can't. But before this spiritual shit, would I be the couple's bitch though?
That's a tall
Being
order.
a part of
that's
the
a very
couple.
tall order.
Yeah.
Define what.
I mean, just
What
be
does
their
it look
girlfriend. Be they ride or die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
different than being a bitch, though.
Right. I
Yeah.
was like, wait a
I
minute.
mean,
Y'all never heard the song "Down Ass Bitch"?
It's so many ways to use bitch. Bitch is such
Yeah.
a multi-layered word, though.
Yeah.
like, what
Yeah.
what kind of bitch
Bitch
we
can
talking
technically
about?
be in terms of endearment with women. You know?
I mean, true, but if you're
And
using
gay
it
men,
in terms
right.
of like relationships, if you got somebody you calling them they bitch, that's the girl you pull up, and she with the shits, whatever, and then y'all just
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
that's
stick her around
essentially what a
afterwards, you feel
unicorn
me?
is. She with the shits.
Could be like the
Unicorn
bitch
sounds
or
more
my
special
bitch.
than that.
Right,
though,
see,
you feel me?
it depends
But
on how
you didn't know what a
using it.
unicorn was. I had to use a
I'm
different
saying
word.
it sounded more special
But
than
so-
that. But if it's just a throwaway, then you gotta use
Dog.
you gotta use a better word like mule or some shit like that. That ain't no fucking unicorn. You feel me? Like unicorn. is-
Dog, ladies, if y'all unicorning out there, Seal just
Just
called
a
you
magical
a
ass
mule, my
bitch,
nigga.
huh?
He didn't even call you
Magical
a
ass bitch.
thoroughbred
I'm
racing
saying.
horse. This nigga called you a mule, my nigga. Nigga called you a
Mules
donkey,
are strong though.
dog.
They're dependable.
Hey, that's a
Hey,
good point.
honestly though,
But I
fair
ain't never
enough.
seen no cute
that's the
mule.
bottom bitch.
Okay, so I'm just saying. So Melee, are you a unicorn?
I guess yes. I always thought it was just like, oh, the random third person for this threesome and this one threesome only. But like,
Now see, that seems like more of a unicorn.
that's what I thought that
Something
was.
that
Like,
pop
oh,
up
the
every
special
now and
girl
again
that
and shit, you know
rarely
what I mean?
fucks with couples. Like that's how like
Yeah.
media
so, all
portrays
right,
it.
so let me put Melee on the list. All right, so now that we got that out the way, let's get into Adrian. Let's get into it because I've been trying to get you on the show for 8 months.
It has not been 8 months. Let's start there.
It's
It
been
has
8
not.
months.
It
It's
has
been 8
not
months.
been 8 months.
Executive
At
producer
first, she wasn't
confirmed it.
responding to my DMs.
No, it has not.
Yep, and I was crying at night.
Fuck out of
Yeah.
here with your lies.
Am I lying?
I don't.
See?
Damn, she said it's been longer.
You know what? I only remember since when Afro Future Fest shit like was popping off that I thought that was when it first
That was
started.
my second time. And then you told white people you was gonna charge them more, and you had to take a break.
And niggas was wild about
Yeah.
that.
I don't know if that was wild or if the black chick didn't know she was black and she said she wouldn't do the show. No more.
Okay. So look, the whole reason that it even got to that point was because she didn't want to do the show no more. We had a private conversation
Wasn't
with
that
her.
White Tiger? So what's her name?
I'm not here to crack jokes on this. I've cracked jokes
We-
since July
We've been
on
here.
this bitch.
What?
I've
What
been
her
okay.
name?
Look, so the only reason it got wild, we had a phone.
What? She should have threatened me last month.
She threatened you.
Oh, she had said nigga and I had tweeted. I thought you couldn't say the N-word no more.
You and Clay.
I thought
you
that was
and
funny.
Clay.
I thought it was
You
funny.
and
I was like, bro, you gotta chill. What?
No.
And so she was
Clay
like-
said the same shit. I don't know if y'all
It's-
follow my nigga Clay, but
No.
y'all both you niggas are.
Yep. No, I don't. But
I'm sick.
I was just like, I thought it was just a funny joke. And so she was
Y'all were
like,
both on that
can you
shit.
fight? And I'm like, what, bitch? Like, fuck you gonna do, nigga? Get the white people to attack me? I was so
no,
confused.
literally, she will.
So
She
I
will
was
get
just
her
like-
her right winged army to like come
I
at
was
your
just like,
ass.
Look,
so
look, little cat.
You know they on
I
speed
just-
though.
little cat.
It was just a joke. I don't want you to get my ass kicked. And you know what? She flaked on the show, so I never gave a fuck.
Well, that's
so.
why I made 7 racks off that bitch head. Just
Yeah, you know. Hey, there we go.
Hey,
So
y'all.
look, we gonna move on. We're not gonna talk about
5,500
you know,
off ticket sales alone.
Wow.
Not including the
See?
extra couple
See,
grand.
now
and
we gotta
just
have
at
a
the
cocktails
door.
with cocktail booth this summer.
And that's off
2020.
online tickets. That's not. So,
Wait, I do have a question though, even though it's not
What's
about
good?
sex. No,
What's up?
actually, I'll ask a question about sex too.
Okay.
How many white people bought tickets to this? Show?
There were white people buying reparations tickets because there are a lot of white people who know what the fuck they owe just for being here and their role in shifting power. Shifting power also means like shifting like economic situations and stepping out of the way to make sure that people can have access to the things that they need. That's one example of shifting power.
was
And
the
some white
ironic part
people
about that. Some white people
fucking
understood
did.
it.
Yeah, they do. Like
some black people
if you
didn't.
are a
Yeah,
white
that was-
person in my life, you are also not in my life unless you understand like the power that you hold and are actively shifting that power. I don't have room for you if you are not actively.
Wow, did y'all hear that
So
shit?
that's it.
That's how I feel about
True
women
shit.
when they get my
Like-
dick. Like you gotta like act. I have to bring it back to sex.
You
So,
like
are y'all
That's
gonna have
not right.
like an Afro Future like sex tent this year?
an Afro Future sextant.
Yeah.
So you want to know something?
Oh, I forgot it is
honestly-
kids.
No, but
What?
no, wait.
Oh,
But
my
let's
bad.
really.
I forget.
You don't have to apologize for anything. This is a good discussion because our young people are all teenagers. The second thing about it is, if we're talking about the Afro future, Afrofuturism is imagining the future that you want to see for all aspects of Black life. It's not about not being transparent with young people. That's the future I want to see, is where we're transparent, where we can talk about sex, where we can talk about sex workers, where we can be honest about these things. And so,
Bars.
like, I have friends who are sex workers, and some of my young people know that my friends are sex workers. And this is not like we're telling them go be sex workers, but we're saying this is a reality. This is a part of life. And so, can we have a sex tent? I don't see why not. Like,
Our young people are the future.
Oh, you meant a fucking
like
tent?
a tent to
Oh,
fuck?
we're
Yeah,
gonna
nah,
because
No, I meant a sex tent to talk about.
Like a
it.
sex tent?
Like cocktails
What?
could be a part of it.
So here's
Oh,
the
y'all
thing.
fooling. I definitely
There
didn't
are
mean
so
that.
many different ways you can go with a sex tent. I mean, one option could be sex education, but I think it could also be about like, I don't know, sex workers just keeping it real and like
real
being
shit.
honest about like what the fuck they need and what the fuck things look like. I honestly, Afropunk, I don't know if any of you have been, they have like this thing called Activist Row, and then like everybody gets to like display like all the things that they need to make change and shit. Like I want some shit for sex workers.
That's dope because me and Big Ray in the Gang was at the live show and we was talking about it yesterday, and we were talking about parents like always saying the bad shit about sex, and it's like that's probably why motherfuckers don't even be fucking right. Like if you just like kids gonna fuck no matter what, so you might as well teach your son where the clit is, right?
Yeah.
You know, you
And
might
if
as
you
well
like teach them about sex workers earlier, it also gives people a better attitude towards it.
Yeah,
and
and
more
especially
respect.
because it's not just like a lot of people have this misconception that people do sex work out of desperation. Like, I'm forced into it, or like I don't have like I can't make funds from anything else. And it's like, no, some people just like sex,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know,
How much?
like it's truly okay.
And then with shit like OnlyFans, you can make money off of your sexuality without even having to interact with people and stuff.
Without having to degrade yourself or compromise for other people's standards.
You feel me? And then it's like if somebody want to fuck with it, they can fuck with it. Like they don't have to fuck with it. And shit, you feel me?
Yeah, sex is just people make it this taboo ass thing, and like
the
this
oldest
only
profession.
one thing. This is why like fuck these baby boomers. Okay, boomer.
Now, let me ask you this,
like-
Adrian, with the sex. Like, since you deal with a lot of kids with Afro Future youth, like, how do you talk to them about sex?
Well, we're already transparent about everything else. So let me be clear. These young people in my life have been in my life for at least 3 years. Relationships
That's
are
dope.
tight as fuck. And parents trust me. They don't have to ask to go anywhere with me. They just know I'm pulling up. I already assume the parents have said yes. We have zero problems. So these things just come up. I knew most of them tell me when they are gonna have sex or the first time they do it, I will get a call like, Miss A, like, I just lost my virginity. And I'm just like, all right. I'm like, do I need to take you somewhere? And they know beforehand that like we have the conversations. They know like y'all need to be talking about getting tested with these people that y'all are gonna like do these things with. Like we start these things, we make these things norms, like offer it. Like, but they know to come to me if they need to get tested. They know to come to me if they need some shit.
I always suggest, I say like every episode, I feel like the conversation before a penis or vagina enters someone else's realm should always be, when was the last time you got tested?
Definitely.
Can you prove it?
Can you? Like, seriously.
And then ask for permission to shove your dick inside her vagina gently.
Or not gently. However you want to do it.
Yeah, however, she wants. How do you like it, Melee? Gently? Hard?
It's a mood. I mean,
Man,
nobody
those
consistent
that
with that.
first 0.5 to 1 second when the dick enters is just like...
I kind of moan. I
And
say, oh,
inversely,
shit.
that first 1.5 seconds when you enter your pussy, that shit is just comforting. It's like walking back into the house
I
after a long day.
screenshotted about...
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
took a screenshot
Every
about
single
something
time I
about this the other
enter
day.
the pussy, I feel like how Tyrese seemed like he was comfortable
In that
inside the
fucking- in that
womb and
womb.
Baby Boy.
It was
The
like, oh, I'm
fucking
home.
the
here.
weirdest scene that didn't contribute nothing to the movie at all and shit, you feel me?
But in a way, it
Damn, that's a
did.
good point.
In a
I
way, it
guess,
did.
but like...
It shows that we're all that our men in the hood may always be just sitting in
Babies?
the room trying to get back.
I
to the
saw
hood.
this tweet the other day. It was like...
Are you
when he
showing her cream pies?
No, I'm reading the tweet.
damn.
Or about to read this tweet. It was like when he slides in raw and whimpers in my ear because it's gripping like a firm handshake from a white man.
Oh,
Hey, that's real though. Hey, the white man handshake.
yeah, they be like, look, hold on, let's do it. How's it going? Be like, God damn, Jeffrey.
Oh,
Shit. All right.
But to just wrap up that last question you asked, yeah, like they know they can come to me about anything and it's already trust there. It's not like Afro Future Youth is about giving sex advice or anything like that. But if we're going to be in each other's lives and I'm a trusted adult in your life, I'm usually for most of them the only adult they have outside of their parents. So it's going to happen and you have to understand that that's a reality.
Okay, I love everything that you
got
do.
a mentor.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Actually, let's chop it up and see what Cocktales can do to assist because it can always. It's a village, so
Oh, for sure.
Because if you make kids aware, they are better able to make choices and stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
As seen by, you see statistics say that teen pregnancy is at an all-time low amongst us. And I feel like that's because people are being educated on.
Yes.
You feel what I mean? Every single day. And then you talk, you like to, if anybody had the opportunity to talk with their grandparents and you ask them about like sex education and stuff, everything was such just
don't do it, nigga. Just don't do it.
And
nobody was talking to people, so people like.
That's why there was so many booming. That's why there was
That's
so
what I'm
many.
saying. Like I ain't trying to put my grandma
around.
on blast and stuff, but she had my mom when she was 13.
Yeah.
And they didn't know that, like, certain things happen when you got sex and stuff. People didn't
If
talk
we
about
could just
it.
be transparent and stop acting like people are not fucking at young ages. It doesn't mean everybody is, but a lot of people are. And the other thing, destigmatizing what virginity is and putting all this fear behind it.
So sorry if I did that.
Like, the hymen can break in so many different ways. And it's just like, God, it's just so many things that go into this shit. Like, virginity is not a real thing to me, but,
And another thing, and just to kind of we end the show like on a serious topic, and that's okay. But another thing, that's why I don't like the shit that these motherfuckers is doing now. They set it up where they want to stop abortions, but yet they want to defund Planned Parenthood and all these other things where all they're doing is making sure that more people have babies instead of eliminating that from
the
either.
actual
Like, fuck the.
problem.
My whole thing is if you against abortion,
my God.
I might disagree with you, but at the same time, why don't you come up with a solution so people aren't getting pregnant in the first place?
Stripping
Yeah,
the
real
fuck
talk.
out of their
No.
funding. I went to get tested 2 weeks ago and they charged me $30. They removed the whole thing if you're low income where it would be like free testing. There's no longer free testing at Planned Parenthood.
God damn.
Wow.
I was like,
It's not Planned Parenthood fault, but I know this is a crazy fucking conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
My theory is that they're doing this because they notice that the white population is going down. And actually, believe it or not, white women are among the nation's high in abortions. And if they eliminate it, then it's going to be more of a white population, and their population will actually be able to stay on top. Where I think it's about a year 2030 or 2040, they will end up being the minorities, and they don't want that. And that's the real reason that they're doing this. So fuck,
But
I can almost find a way to go along with that.
Wouldn't poor people
Yep.
still be fucking and having more kids and stuff if they ban it? 'Cause
My
poor
thing
people-
is,
think
poor
about who.
people have more kids more than anybody.
But think
like,
about
I'm not
who's-
gonna stop
Think
us
about
from-
how many
too.
people
We do.
are poor.
During pregnancy.
Like, the most poor people in the country happen to be white. They
White
just don't
folks
know that
too,
they poor. They just think that they're above everybody else. And that's why, even though there's no fucking money coming in from Donald Trump, they still vote for him.
but the thing about it is, it's not going to stop black people from fucking, and we're still going to be popping out babies. Everyone's still going to pop
And
out
they keep
babies.
trying to kill us, and we still alive.
that's why I feel like it is
So, it's
eugenics.
like-
Because we die more from childbirth.
We don't die,
die-
we multiply.
But also
black
on a real
women-
tip, though, like
we
black
do.
women are at
And then,
a
like,
higher
going into
risk
a
of dying from
hospital,
childbirth.
Going into a hospital
Yep.
is like damn near a death sentence. I feel like that might sound crazy as a
And
conspiracy.
It's not. You just have to know.
look at-
It's not a
look at how
conspiracy.
many-
Like, I'm now a
yeah.
personal advocate of that. I just lost my sister, my blood biological sister, this January. She was
sorry
9
to
months
hear that.
pregnant with my nephew. And the doctors were not like taking care of her beforehand to like check out why she was having headaches and what was going on with her. Next thing you know, I'm thinking when I'm getting a phone call to come to the hospital that the baby's here. No, it's to come take your sister off life support because they couldn't do what they were supposed to do to protect her during childbirth.
Wow.
And it's like, we're here. The baby's cool though. We saved the baby, but my sister's gone. And the fact of the matter is that like black women are disproportionately impacted by during pregnancy. Like that's some shit,
As
So-
hard as it may be, I feel like black women should try as hard as possible to communicate with like black midwives, black doctors,
Right, yes,
Yeah.
to
absolutely.
have
Doulas
some
and stuff. Yeah, real
doulas,
talk.
like have that direct communication.
Yeah.
We have to do a better
Yeah.
job of
And even
letting
if
them
you
know that
feel
those people are
uncomfortable
available.
Yeah.
And low key,
Still have them around and shit.
yeah, I feel like
It's
we need
real.
to not promote, but we need to focus more on getting our kids to go into shit like that. Like you can, if my kid's gonna do something, like that, it's like, well, let's find a way to help you help us. If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna be a black doctor or a black doula, and I get it, like they go over to these other countries and they do that stuff. Some of these doctors, it's like, hey, it's the same shit those other countries got. we got in our cities too. You know, with our black people, we could do that shit here too. Not to say you can't go to Africa and do some shit. It's just like Africa got its own spots in the inner cities if you really want to think about
Yeah,
it.
there's still a need here,
Yeah,
no matter
so-
what.
Yeah, real talk, honestly.
But no, this has been a dope episode.
Most
Y'all some cool ass
Man, I
people.
couldn't drink.
For real,
Thank
for
you.
real.
Yeah,
Even though
that's that
somebody
too,
couldn't
my
drink.
bad.
Y'all about to have a threesome later. Just tell me how it go. But I
Sure thing.
appreciate each and every one of y'all. Send me a video, not a memo. And we got to do this again. So I'm going to just let everybody say goodbye in their own special way. Mela, you said you was going to pull your titties up.
I didn't say it.
Oh, she was full of shit, y'all. My bad. And Adrian, you said you was throwing cheek.
I was. I am, but not right now. But
Oh,
you
the
mean?
threesome.
She said
I'm like, you
TBT.
can go
TBT.
if you want to go to my Twitter. I was throwing ass
the
on like
Twitter.
Oh, what's
Christmas
your
Eve
Twitter?
or
Yes.
something.
Let me
Oh, I remember
know.
that because a cheek popped out. You had on short shorts.
Heal in the waters
Yeah, I
on
don't be
Twitter
watching
or
people twerk
Instagram.
like
So
that.
heal in the waters or healing the waters on Twitter
Healing
and Instagram, y'all. So also make sure you follow Afro Future Youth on Twitter, AFYDET on Twitter, and Afro Future Youth on Instagram. We are a Detroit-based youth-led organization giving spaces to teenagers to actually create the Afro future that they want to see through long-term projects under the lenses of art, tech, media, and healing. That's my ass.
Look at that. All of that.
So look, we
my
appreciate
booty.
y'all. And this is another great episode of Cocktails with Cocktails. I want everybody to fuck and I want everybody to ask for permission. I want everybody to know that Adrian,
Consent.
Melee, and Seal will have a great sexual encounter tonight.
Oh my God.